Hi everyone, this is Addie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing good, and it's really amazing to explore these amazing movies. The first movie that I watched so far was John Wick, which a lot of my friends have recommended back when it was released. So I watched John Wick 1 and I was really excited. I'm going to watch the other series as well. I mean, like the part 2, 3, and 4. But I'm someone who always love vintage movies. Like there are a lot of Indian movies like which are very old, of the 1940s, 50s, even some of the old French and Italian movies of the 1950s and 60s that I have watched, and a lot of Persian movies, Iranian movies of the old generation I have watched. So it's kind of really, gives me, I don't know how do I explain you guys, but I'm someone who loves to watch old movies more than new ones. I'm not telling that I don't like new movies, but movie creation has always been there in this industry for decades and decades. We gotta promote the pioneers of the film industries. It doesn't really matter which country they are from. Nowadays, we have subtitles, we have dubbings, and a lot of other ways to understand a movie, right? So, talking about this, I'm going to watch today a movie called Bedknobs and Broomsticks. To be honest, I was checking for old Disney movies, and this is what I was recommended by Google. So I quickly decided to just to know about what exactly I'm going to see. So I got to know that Bedknobs and Broomsticks is like a 1971 musical fantasy film directed by Robert Stevenson, and I think it is based upon the books The Magic Bedknob or How to Become a Witch in 10 Easy Lessons and Bonfires and Broomsticks by English children's author Mary Norton. The film, which combines live action and animation, stars Angela Lansbury, David Tomlinson, John Erickson. The film was released on December 13, 1971, to mixed reviews for film critics, some of whom praised the live action animated sequence. So, yeah, critics are always there to tell something, a lot of things. So, it's really amazing that I'm gonna watch a 1971 movie. Wow. I mean, like, I don't know much about it. I have no clue how it's going. They mentioned the plot and stuff in this website, but probably I'm not going to read that. I would prefer to watch the movie instead. So, guys, in case if you're here because you know this movie, do let me know what do you feel or your stories or shit. I'm someone who have watched a lot of movies from around the globe, but to be honest, there is not someone specifically I remember or I know, you know. But as I started this channel, I basically want to see different forms of movies around the world, understand the perspective of how people think or how people have thought from all these years, and what kind of interesting facts and stories I get to know. It's going to be real fun, guys. So, guys, just in case if you're here for the first time, also a reminder to you that my name is Addie. I'm from India. I make reaction videos on tribal culture, music, and a lot of other things. You can check out my other works on the links given down in the description. Also, guys, in case if you want to support me, you can join my Patreon and help me. That really helps me. So, guys, quite excited. Without wasting much time, let's enjoy this amazing movie. I hope you guys have a good time with me. Amazing how the introduction of Walt Disney was before. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Oh my god.
Now available to own on video cassette.
Nice, man.
When did you first see Dumbo fly? Mary Poppins work her magic charm? Or Snow White's kiss? Now these and many other classics.
A beautifully animated musical tale of loyalty and courage that's sure to warm your hearts and brighten your spirits. Wow! 5 very special house.
Can't imagine. I mean, like, time flies so fast, man. I just wonder how things would have been back then. I mean, like, I never lived. I'm from the 90s, but oh.
Household appliances who are suddenly left alone. We've been dumped. abandoned. Take off on an adventure in search of the small boy.
On, Corporal.
Sorry to give you so many, but you do have 6 bedrooms.
Oh, no trouble, my dear. Anything to get the poor things away from those terrible bombings in London. Come along, love. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, what about us? Oh, you're for Miss Price. I'm expecting her in.
I'm just wondering, these guys are like evacuated to the center, like.
The soldiers of the old home guard.
Carry on, Sergeant. Captain Greer, sir, from headquarters at Tidbury. Who is that?
Miss Price, splendid woman. Her late father served with me at Vimy Ridge.
Is it what you expected?
I imagine so.
Professor Brown sent you a cat last time, did he not?
Yes.
I very much doubt it. I don't know Professor Brown personally. Was there something else?
As a matter of fact, there is. Would you come this way, Miss Price?
Well, I'm very anxious to get...
Oh God!
Stop in this instant! Children, this is Miss Price. Carrie Charles and Paul Rawlins, all the way from London. They sent us 45, and I've had to find homes for all of them at very short notice.
You're not suggesting that I should take these children into my house?
Exactly.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's quite out of the question. Children and I don't get on.
I'll believe you, miss. Come on, back to London.
Be quiet. Come along.
She's going to freak out?
Good morning, Miss Price. Price, what a charitable thing you are doing, taking in these... I wonder, Miss Price, if I may drop by later this afternoon?
Why?
Well, we have their spiritual needs to...
Bit murky, ain't it? Yeah. Who else lives here?
I live alone. It suits my purpose. All right. Come along, everybody.
Freaked out? A very warm welcome to all the kids.
I believe in giving animals ridiculous names. I call him Cosmic Creepers because that's the name he came with. This was my father's bedroom and I'm full of everything in it. You boys take the bed there.
All right, miss.
The bathroom is along the landing. Supper is at 6. You will wash thoroughly.
Wash?
You will wash yourselves, otherwise there will be no supper. Please don't bother to whisper. I'm exceptionally keen of hearing. You are planning to run back to London? I'm afraid I don't know much about what children eat. You'll have to make do as I do. Is there anything particular that you fancy?
I wonder, guys, like as I'm watching this one, I mean, like many movies probably that I have missed, or maybe not just me. There are so millions of, like me, who have probably not seen this kind of beautiful, amazing movies. I have no clue about the cast of this movie, and probably I think some of them are not even alive, I guess, or maybe they're really old enough. It's such a amazing thing. I mean, like I would love to watch a lot of old movies like this. It really gives me a vintage feel, and just gives me a perspective of how life probably would have been back then.
Sausage and mash, bubble and squeak. Oh, anything at all.
I'm afraid you won't find any fried foods in this house.
No fried
Like his
food?
expression is like,
How'd you keep your health?
she has some other plans, so we should get her.
College of Witchcraft sends you its heartiest congratulations on qualifying for the first degree of your chosen calling. You may now call yourself Apprentice Witch.
Oh God, she's a witch. The broom. Oh shit, is she going to fly? Usually I've seen people flying with the
Time to go. Everybody up.
witch.
I wasn't ready. Now watch this.
Oh God, is she going to really fly?
All right, I know it's not ladylike. Lakipo, Nicriff, Scrumpet, Leech.
Cool. What's the matter? How does she do that? 'Cause she's a witch. That's the sort of thing witches do.
Ouch!
Oh, she's hurt. A witch she is, says you. Then let's use the old loaf, says I. Let's get back to London. She don't want anyone to know she's a witch, does she? Lovely weather for flying last night.
Oh.
Why did you say that, Charles?
The game's up, Miss Price. We know what you are.
Have you considered what danger you might be in? I am a witch, you know.
What will you do? Turn me into a toad? You shouldn't have said that to her. She don't frighten me.
Apogee, pedigree, perigee.
Wow.
Charlie! Hello! You flaming brute! His fault.
I'm afraid it's my fault.
You dared her to do it.
This is so amazing, man. I mean, like, to watch a vintage movie, whoa. It's so fun. It was so much fun. I mean, like, I'm just wondering when there were people who were basically kids back then, or maybe in their teens, and they were watching this on their television, or things would have been so different, right? Wow. Like almost 50 years back? More than 50 years ago? Whoa.
I don't see why we can't all be friends.
I mean exceptionally important. Most secret.
What'd you say, Charlie? We can keep a secret.
I think it's an excellent idea. I wonder what I could give you. Come with me.
Wow. This is going to be interesting.
Well, I never had a rabbit.
Careful what you touch in here.
Poison dragon's liver.
Poison dragon liver. Ah, here we are. The travelling spell. All right, everybody gather round.
No, come from the bed upstairs. It twists, don't it?
Yes, I think that will be all right. Carrie, turn the light down a little bit, will you? Elbow, henbane, aconite. Glowworm fire. Fire. Well, isn't that pretty?
Is that all we get?
This knob will now work the famous travelling spell. Firm, clear voice, tell it where you want to go, and the bed will take you there.
Whoa.
Go. Miss Price, will it really?
Well, I see no reason to think otherwise.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
That's right, mine. We were wondering what was keeping you.
I've had some very bad news.
Is there anything we can do?
But I do need your help.
Go ahead.
I was expecting a very important spell in the mail. What is your decision? Thank you.
Twice.
Good. Charles, you better put on something warmer. The bed may travel quite fast.
I'm not going. This room with those
Like, why
little
is-
windows.
You should probably go.
I don't know, Charles. There's a great many things about magic that I don't know. Leaving.
What's that supposed to be?
When you rush around,
To a T.
when you set aside your childhood heroes.
Probably today I just got to know, like, in most of the Disney movies, Walt Disney movies, you hear background a lot of songs that keeps playing in between, the stories where they share stuff. I've seen so many movies of Disney, the recent ones in the last 10 years, but I've never seen an old Disney movies. So I think the way Disney movies have been existed, like, it has been there since decades. They're the same thing. Nowadays we hear animated movies and stuff, but the concept of making a Disney movie has still been the same. It's so amazing, man. Wow.
Times be. Everyone on the bed who's going? You.
Lovely sentiment, I'm sure.
Are you ready, Paul?
Yes, Miss Price.
Headmaster, Correspondence College of Witchcraft.
College
Of Witchcraft, London.
of Witchcraft 3.
He probably gonna run back to the bed, I guess. do understand the graphics would have been not been that great back then, but just imagine, like, as a kid back then, like 50 years ago, watching something like this, a story, would have been so nice, right? Whoa, man, I'm still getting goosebumps as I am watching this, man. This is it's really, whoa, man.
Of course it is. Can't you smell that love?
Ladies and gentlemen, get around, please, ladies and gentlemen. And the scent of burning sulfur in the air.
Important last lesson.
I'm sorry, my dear, no refunds. Look at your contract.
But I must have the spell that comes with the last lesson. Terigi! Now I trust you'll behave more like a gentleman.
Oh my god.
What was all that about?
I changed you into a rabbit with one of your own spells.
My spell?
Whoa.
They work for you.
This is strange. Okay. Seems to just okay, cool. Whoa.
Good woman. Some kind of destiny has brought us together. What a treasure.
Mr. Brown, will you please stick to the point? I would like to see this book immediately. You go round the other side. I always travel on the left. Will you give the address to Paul, please?
My traveling spell? That works as well?
Just give the address, please.
He is not able to believe that his several, his spells work, but oh my god.
8 Winchfield Road.
Bed, take a...
Madam, is this vehicle safe?
Oh, perfectly safe.
This is real fun, guys.
Well, we're here. I would never have believed it. But with a charming touch of innocence, wouldn't you say?
Mr. Brown, the book, where is it?
Dear lady, you are relentless. The book is in the library, and we shall proceed there after finishing our cheese and wine.
More likely so's the copper don't peek in and catch you hiding out here.
Now, why don't you young things have a look round the house? I want to have a chat with Miss Price.
Maybe.
Whoa. Probably the kids are going to find out a lot of things right now, discover a lot of things.
No, it's a nursery. Have you ever seen a nursery? No, and neither of you.
Reminds me of my young days when I was kid. Like, probably by that time, if I would have seen those toys in the movies, I would have literally would have told my mom and dad to get me some of these at least.
You possess the know-how, and I command the show-how. Valentine, hark to the stars.
This is so fun, man.
Destiny calls us, the future is ours.
Check.
Now, where is the book?
Oh god, this is the most cute and a very funny spell from the book.
At last.
To twitch like this.
Oh, you're back, Mr. Brown.
Miss Price, a word about your tactics.
But the rest of the book is missing.
Now you see why I closed down the college. Haven't the foggiest.
Whoa, man.
Listen to me, Mr. Brown.
I'm all ears.
Will be if you don't pay attention.
Portobello Road, Portobello Road.
It's getting interesting, man. Whoa.
Street where the riches are.
I don't keep no toilet.
There is someone now there. The story is becoming more interesting.
Damaged books here? What do you think I am?
So much of life in all these movies, even if I am watching it after 50 years, man. So much joy, so much peace, so much love. They're so colorful.
Haven't run away.
Would you fancy this then?
Ah.
Whoa.
Now you have my undivided attention. Questions later. Excuse me.
What's the bed for? It's a present for you. That's what he said.
Nothing of the sort. The bed belongs to me.
You have one clue, I have the other.
Oh my
In that case, the sensible thing.
I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but it looks really interesting. But I just hope that the other magician, he hopefully he's a nice person and he's not going to do something wrong to the world.
It seems to be for us to cooperate.
I assume you're looking for the same thing I am. Here we are. The spell which creates this force is 5 mystic words. These words are... But where are the words of the spell? I assumed they'd be in your half of the manuscript.
But I thought they'd be in yours.
What?
Once again, a dead end.
Oh God. Seriously, bro.
I shall never know the secret. However, there's a final notation in my half of the book saying that in the 17th century, a shipwreck and exposure to the sun.
Whoa.
Before he died, he swore he had seen an island ruled by animals.
Oh my
Where?
God.
There is. I wish the child to speak.
Before your very eyes, I shall cause this bed and all the occupants upon it to disappear.
Disappear. Get the book.
Whoa. Whoa. That was a nice one. Really quite excited to see how the island is going to be, man. Water. Under the water.
Here we are, on page 3.
None of my business, of course, but I shouldn't go there if I were you. Having troubles they are.
50 years ago, this graphics would have been so epic, right, man? Whoa, I really... Amazing job done behind the scenes. I don't even know how they have done this back in those days, but it's so amazing.
Far below the rolling tide, serene sea, moving along, singing a song on the bar.
My goodness!
I'll deal with this, my dear.
Don't you know that
Good day, Captain. I used to be a bit of a seafaring man myself. Many's the time I've...
Oh, really?
Can you read reading? Huh? It says, no.
Nonetheless, we must see the king on an urgent personal matter. Please lead the way.
Clipper, let's fly to Black Ball. To me, I die. Mow the man down. Mow the man down.
Really love how they have done the transition from, you know, from real characters to animated characters. Oh, it's so amazing, man.
Get out of here!
Captain of Tottenham Hotspurs for 2 years. 3 seasons with Manchester United.
Yes.
Before that,
Will
I,
do. Come this way,
Glory, glory, Manchester United.
please.
Mr. Brown, are you certain you'll be all right?
Wow.
It's volunteers, eh, Birdie? Ha, ha, ha.
What's he got round his neck?
What a magnificent ornament, sire.
Yes, wouldn't be without it. Been in the family for years.
The Star of Asteros.
Please.
I honestly, guys, I was not expecting something like this to happen in a movie. I mean, like, it was more of like, you know, there will be real characters, like human characters, but I was not expecting some animated characters. Like, the movie literally changed in between. What an amazing plot, man. What an amazing plot. Whoa. Just can't even able to imagine the fact that that was like done like almost 50 years back. Whoa.
Weird sort of game they play here.
Gracious.
You're doing fine, matey.
it's funny. It's like literally a football scene, you know, the football match going on, and you know, oh man, that's really good. This is so fun, man.
Do you think he's...
But I guess they have to go back with the stretcher again, but he will again get up.
alright?
Well, he's moving.
Steady, matey. Move it around. Stop that!
I never really expected a movie to be like this, man. This is like completely out of the context that I actually thought. But this is so nice, man. This is really interesting.
Why, no.
Have you ever heard of something called the Gypsy Switch?
No, can't say that I have.
For a long while.
I think it's time to leave.
Must you go?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sit in. Wouldn't want him living here.
They took his chain and put the whistle instead. Oh God, like will they able to get to their, you know, bed, or the king is going to catch them?
Come along,
Oh, stop! They've stolen your royal.
Shit.
Why didn't you say so?
Hurry, Paul, the knob.
He's stuck!
Filigree, apogee, pedigree.
OMG, man, that was like...
It's all right, Mr. Brown. I should have realized that it would be quite impossible to take an object from one...
Where's Miss Price? Don't bother Miss Price. She's thinking.
Charlie, why don't you and I nip down to the village and get something for supper? And I might conceivably call into the pub for a pint.
Of barges in French and Dutch Channel ports.
Damn, man, how she's going to remember the words, like, or...
Minister has told the nation to be on the alert for signs of a possible...
Something about all this.
It's out of your hands now, my dear.
Traguna Mercoides Tricorum Satis
Whoa, yeah.
Traguna Mercoides Tricorum Satis Dei?
What?
You mean it was there in your book all the time?
What?
Yeah, but nobody ever listens to me.
Really?
Mercoides
There was like...
Tricorum Satis Dei.
Satis Dei.
Motion, lovely substitutionary locomotion.
You've made substitution.
Be careful, Carrie. Slow down.
This is crazy, man. Like, they literally changed to something else now. I mean, like, the situation is something else now.
Oh! Ah! Oh! Yeah! Very few better than me at this. All you need is... Juggle with... perhaps under my feet.
Look, she's laughing.
Well, he's promised to take the children in. He and his wife have got that farm, just the place for growing children. Put a bit of colour back in their cheeks.
Circumstances have changed somewhat.
That's right, we got a dad now. Mr. Brown.
Miss Price, is this true?
Of course. You do want him to stay with us, don't you, Miss Price? It is true, Mr. Brown. You are going to be our father now, aren't you?
Rushing things, aren't we?
Perhaps Mr. Brown has other things besides you children.
It's rather an important matter, as a matter of fact. I'd like to tell you about it, but it's a little bit hush-hush, you know. I'm pleased.
You've been immensely kind. Thank you.
I've enjoyed being with you.
Perhaps it's been good for all of us.
That's my fondest dream. Eglantine and Emilius, illusionists extraordinary. You really think they will?
Yes.
Well, I shall miss you. All of you. Goodbye, Karen.
Must you really go?
Yes, I think it's... Goodbye, Miss Price.
Goodbye, Mr. Brown.
And it shouldn't end like this.
Well, when is the next train to London, please?
Out you go, Cosmic. Colonel, how would you feel about being turned into a nice white rabbit? Filigree, apogee.
Not again. Your memory, Miss Price.
Mach voran. Schneide alle Drähte durch. Das mache ich doch schon.
Shit, man, this... Probably he's the one who can help.
Now, what's the use
What a
of putting
relief.
the children and me in that drafty castle? Try holding your breath.
I am holding it.
If we can't get Paul out to give the alarm, we'll just have to think of something else.
What about that spell that...
Where did this come from?
It's Mr. Brown, that's who it is.
Oh, he's on his way to London. If you are, Mr. Brown, would you be kind enough to get down off my lap? It is Mr. Brown. It is you.
You didn't think that I could do that spell, did you? Die Brücken sind fertig gesprengen. Die Eisenbahnschienen, die Uferstraße.
Sadly, I don't have a subtitle for this for German, so I don't know what exactly they're talking about.
Und die Molle sind fertig zu sprengen, Herr Oberst.
Gut, wir sprengen in 10 Minuten. Sehen Sie zu, dass...
Macquarie's Tricorum.
Look.
Where's he coming from, Sergeant?
Run by the sea road, sir.
Come on, lads! After me! Come on, pull it back!
I can't tell you, man, this is so... the way the director has thought about writing this movie, the way the story was written and the way it was directed, 50 years ago, it's unbelievable, man. This is so nice.
Voran, voran! Nicht gleich zurück!
Are you still there, Colonel? Dear Mr. Brown.
Miss Price, we thought they damaged you. See? No one can hurt Miss Price.
Before coming back here again.
It's tragic. All your spells, your equipment, all gone.
Still, I was able to perform some small service.
That. And I'll be back before you've grown an inch taller. We'll be together.
Hey, right.
I never really expected something like this, guys, honestly, but this seems to be such a beautiful movie. Back 50 years ago, the technology was not like the way it is right now, and I just wondered like how beautifully it was directed, and such a beautiful story and such a beautiful ending. I mean, like, probably the kids back then 50 years ago would have really enjoyed it. I don't know how exactly it feels, but guys, in case someone, if you're watching this and you have already seen this, like you have seen this back in the 70s or the 80s, or maybe even in the 90s, do let me know in the comment section, guys. I would be really curious and excited to know about how you guys felt when you watched it for the first time. And I'm in my 30s right now, so I don't know how should I express, but I'm always a fan of vintage movies, and it's such an amazing first movie that I've watched so far from the 1970s, and it's an amazing feeling. I would also check out some other movies. I don't know. It's all about me doing some research and trying to find out the good movies of that era. And whoa, I really loved it, man. Such a beautiful Disney movie, man. It is. I have no clue about the cast and the crew. To be honest, I have literally no idea about anyone who has been a part of this movie. This is the first time I'm seeing all the characters and all the people behind the scene, all the names that I saw behind the scene. Probably I'll just try to do a research on from my end just to know at least something about the actors, or if they're still there, or what other famous movies they have done so far. And I would love to know from you guys, like, if you want to share something. So this is Eddie signing off now, but we'll be back soon with another movie. In case, guys, if you have some requests, please let me know. I will be really happy to check out some interesting and amazing old movies also, along with the new ones. So guys, take care. I hope you have a good time. Namaste and peace out.